So I got a comment recently on one of my videos asking me how to deal with anxiety while being in high school. And I thought that was a great topic to do a video on, go a little more in depth into that topic. So first things that I want to talk about is high school is not permanent, it is temporary. And this is something that I realized after I was done with high school, and I wish I would have known this during high school, is that you're not the person you are in high school right now, you're not going to be that person as an adult. I mean, in high school, really, you change pretty drastically year by year, right? Freshman, sophomore, junior, you change a lot during those years. So again, if you feel that you're not who you want to be in high school and you think, oh my gosh, my life's over, I don't have any friends, or I don't fit in, or whatever the case is, that's not gonna be your life. You didn't even start life yet. Like, high school is the last few years of your childhood, the last few years of you being able to be a kid. And the best way I can really kind of describe or put it for you is just loosen up and just, again, and I trust me, I understand it's easier said than done. A lot of my anxiety that I dealt with during high school and just school in general was just social anxiety and just being around people I didn't know, or being around large groups of people. My school was big. My class was like 800 kids. So it was a lot of people. And I never really had confidence in high school either. I was insecure mostly about, like, I had like bad acne in high school, and like, dude, like, it was so bad, like, I wouldn't even look in the mirror because it just I didn't want to see my acne, and it was really bad for my self-esteem, and that definitely caused a lot more of my anxiety too, because it's like every time I was talking to someone, I felt like they were like, looking at my face, looking at my pimples, and I just regret not loosening up more and just enjoying those years of high school. And again, it's easier for me to say this now, looking in 2020, looking back in the rearview mirror, but yeah, like, I would just have the mindset of just going out there and just having fun, trying to meet new people, because during high school too, I felt like a misfit, an outcast, if you will. I never really just fit in with anybody. I was never like too much of a jock. Like, I enjoyed sports, I liked playing them, but I wasn't good enough to be a jock. If you want to talk about, I guess, the nerdy group, I loved video games as a kid. I still do now, of course. And things of that nature, but I never was really like smart enough to be around them all the time, because I sucked in school. I had a 1.9 GPA in high school, and and the anxiety really was getting bad, and I had really bad panic attacks, so I started going to bad habits that I shouldn't have done, like smoking weed. I'd done that, and then I would also drink NyQuil, like, before I went to bed at night. Not every night, like, not every day I was smoking weed, not every night I was drinking NyQuil, but a lot of times I would do that, and it was never good. If you're doing anything unhealthy like that to try and cope with your anxiety right now, I strongly urge you to stop. At least try your hardest to stop doing those things, because it doesn't help at all. And again, it's temporary. This stuff, whatever you're feeling, whether it's you don't have any friends, you don't feel like you fit in, you don't feel like you're smart enough for school, or whatever it is, all this stuff is temporary. And the best thing that I could suggest for you to do is just work on yourself and just make yourself a better person. And whatever you like, whatever you enjoy, find people that enjoy what you enjoy. If it's not the most popular thing at school, it doesn't matter. Trust me, you will find joy and you will find fulfillment in, even if you just have one friend that enjoys the stuff that you do, or someone you really get along with and have a connection with. You don't need to have 100 friends. You don't need to know the whole school doesn't need to know who you are. You don't need to be the most popular kid in school. You don't need those things to be happy. You don't need to be like that. And you don't need to feel bad about yourself if you're not like the quote unquote cool kids and stuff like that. And definitely the bad habits like drugs, alcohol, anything like that, I really strongly advise to stay away from that path and going down that road, because again, it's not worth it. It's, at the end of the day, it's just high school. And I know at the time you're in high school, it feels like it's the end of the world, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. You didn't even start your life yet. Like, it's just something you just got to go through, part of your childhood, and it's just not worth it. And like I said, if there's clubs, after school activities, sports, anything like that, do it. Like, just go out there and do it. Try it, Don't be afraid. Don't be nervous. I mean, you're going to be nervous. I mean, but don't let it hold you back. Don't let your anxiety, don't let your fear hold you back. Just try it. And just trust me, it's worth it. You can only go to high school once. And like I said, I wish that I would have taken more advantage of the time, the opportunities I had to maybe meet new people or make new friends. I was just too shy. I was too anxious. My panic attacks were terrible, and I would just stay at home. I would stay inside as much as I can, and I would just be really to myself. Like I said, I mean, I would start hanging out with like the, not so the best people, right? With doing drugs and everything like that. You tend to end up with the wrong crowd, and it's, again, like, you can really get down a bad path, and it's not worth it, right? It's not worth it. You have so much more of your life to live, and it's not worth doing anything so drastic in high school to mess up your life. And, that's why I encourage you to do that. Go out, and if after school activities, whether it's a dance, trip, clubs, anything that you think, try it. Like, if you don't like it, you don't like it. You don't do it again. But there's things that I really, like I said, in high school, those are your last years as a kid. And I really urge and push you guys to just try it, and truth be told, for me, my anxiety really didn't go away, honestly, until I was done with high school. And me personally, I stopped going to my physical high school in my junior year. I ended up finishing my classes online. But yeah, like when I was done with school, my panic attack stopped. And I felt more confident about myself, and things just started feeling better for me. And I don't want that, for you, that, maybe you're like freshman, sophomore, even if you are like a little older, your senior year, your junior year, I don't want you to have to feel like this constant anxiety about going to school, right? You don't want to have panic attacks every day. You don't want to have this this feeling of just, hating school and just going to school every day, just an anxious, bundle of nerves. And, like I said, my really, I guess if I'm going to outline the main things that I would really focus on is, like I said, number one, what I touched on in the beginning of the video, a big one. High school is not permanent. It is temporary. So, like I said, just try and loosen up and make the best of it. Again, it's not something you can just snap your fingers and you're going to be, this social butterfly. And I'm not saying you have to even be a social butterfly, right? That's not how everyone's wired. But just try to go out there and just talk to people and as much as you can, and you will find, even I told you, it doesn't have to be a friend group, even if it's just one person, it will make your high school experience just a little bit better. And that's it. And that's, like I said, that's really something that I would really fixate on, is it's not permanent. It's not, high school is not who you are. If you feel that you don't fit in, you have no direction in high school, so does 99% of the people in high school have no direction. They might look great on the outside, on the surface, but we're kids in high school, right? No one knows what's going on. No one knows what their life is going to be like. And that's why I say just loosen up and have some fun, and just stay away from bad habits. Don't go down the route of doing drugs or drinking alcohol, and just, any of the bad habits that you can form. And just really just stay away from those things as much as possible. And if there's anything that, you're self-conscious about, it's one of those things where you have to control what you can control, right? Obviously if it's acne, like how I dealt with it, I couldn't really control that. I can only clean my face so much. I also didn't, I have like a big nose, and like that stuff would really mess with my head too. I can't control the size of my nose. So, but you know, I was kind of a scrawny kid. So, you know, if you're maybe like overweight, or if you're scrawny, you know, get in the gym, start exercising more, you know, work on your physique, maybe eat better. And yeah, work on your confidence, and the confidence will come over time with you just putting yourself out there, right? Little by little, step by step, and the confidence will come in time, and that'll help with your anxiety, and also building up yourself as a person, you know, whether it's your physique or just, you know, whatever your insecurities are. If you can do what you can to control them, and, you know, things that are in your control to do them and to make yourself feel better, and it will help with your anxiety as well. But I think that's everything I wanted to touch on in this video. If you have any other questions about this topic, or you want me to elaborate on something else, you know, a part of this topic, just comment down below in the comment section. I also have my email that will be in the description of this video. You can email me any questions or concerns you might have. So I appreciate you guys watching the video as always, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.